official sport podcast, Stats and Chats. How's everyone doing today? Oh, who are they outside? I guess let's bring them on. Welcome, guys.
Hi, how are you doing? We were in the neighborhood. We thought maybe we would look through your window and see what's going on.
We saw you guys knocking, so decided to bring you on.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate that a lot.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. It's always good to be here.
So you want to first, we can get into some more stats type stuff, more than the getting to know you stuff. So we could first go through the standings.
All right.
Sure.
You want to go through them for us, Isha?
Yeah. So we have the first seed. So right now, is Rumla, which is Ayan's team.
I don't know if that's actually correct, right? Because that doesn't take into
So
account
the website right now has it as point differential, but we have it in our rules as matchups. So I don't know. Did you guys beat Rafah? Well, you are Rafah. Did you beat Ramallah?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So then technically they're still in first place, and Ayan's team is in second.
Oh, so then you got it first, then Rumla's second. Then it's Monim's team.
Yeah.
Who is tied with Diriya's team, which is Osman's team.
I don't know if what has their matchup been? Do you know? Between them, who won?
I thought Sheikh Jarrah won.
We can look relatively easily.
Yes. I think Sheikh Jarrah.
Yeah, they won against.
And that was without Dion.
And they don't play them again, so they have that.
They have that head-to-head.
That head-to-head. Yep.
And then we have Gaza and Lode tied. Who won that match?
Let's take a look. I'm on my phone here, so the thing is.
I think Lode won that matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Lod won against Gaza, so they have the tiebreaker on them.
Yeah, and then it's Janine.
Why are you laughing? Hey, we got our second win today.
Yeah. You must be
You're gonna
proud.
talk about that game?
Well, let's go to the second.
And in last place we have
Anwar's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do they have a tiebreaker against? Oh, no, nobody.
Oh, damn. Okay. You want to look at today's games?
Oh yeah, we can go into it.
So game 1 was Sheikh Jarrah versus Gaza, so that's L's team versus Monim's team. Were you guys all there for that game?
I was not, so I have no idea how the game played out. I'm just looking at the scores. Looks like Gaza kind of dominated that game, huh?
It kind of felt
I
that
heard
way.
it was closer than score.
It was a good game actually, but something I noticed was that Kia had 27, which is crazy, but it felt like he didn't get going until very late in the game. I think they needed him to be more involved right from the jump. David was just killing them though. What do you have? 18 points, 16 rebounds. They couldn't stop him.
So when I looked at the box score, the biggest thing that stood out for me was the difference in rebounding, 47 to 20.
Yeah.
Right.
that hurts.
And that they're missing Ismail, but
Yeah,
sure. Against a team like Gaza, you can't stop Sully and David Barber if you don't have the big guys.
Yep. Plus there was a couple plays where I saw L grab 3 rebounds on the same possession. He was flying around. He was making some crazy hustle plays. So when guys like L are grabbing a ton of rebounds, you're not gonna win against that team.
Yeah.
And you have to shout out Ahmar. He had a great game. He's been having a good couple of games.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys who I feel like could be getting more shots, but he's making the shots that he's getting. He had 7 rebounds, 13 points. I mean, 2 for 2 from the free throw. I think he's having a great season, and he's filling in really well on that team. Also, Monim with 15 points. Nice to see him finally.
Yeah. No, Monim was playing with a fire under him today. He was really hot. I don't know what was going on with him.
I think he played better with the ponytail. Wasn't the ponytail. What he had?
He got used to
man
not
bun.
having
Man
the
bun.
hair.
The man bun. He's getting used to it.
Nah, today, I thought he played pretty well. But,
Sure.
like I said, I think Kia got going too late. Dion said that they were giving him a lot of problems. He said that they were picking him up and doubling him. And he said they were running a box and 1 against him. I didn't see that. But it looked like they were just in man. But,
Just help defense.
yeah, it might have just been help defense. But he said that they were really struggling to get their offense going. So,
Yeah.
And we want the second game?
Sure.
Which is Anwar's team versus Usman's team.
yeah.
Honestly, it being 30-32 for the first half is pretty good. I thought that Anwar's team was doing a pretty good job. Andy was playing fantastic. He was really, honestly, the entire game, Andy was really running the show for Anwar's squad. Anwar with 20. I like to see
Yeah,
that.
I'm happy to see him getting his rhythm going. 50% from the field. Like,
Sad had also had a good day, 11 points. Salman with 8. I'm glad to see that Salman is having a good impact with that team. They definitely needed that fire that he brings. And Mahid with 6 points.
I've been impressed by Mahid so far this season.
I think this was probably his lowest scoring game.
Yeah,
this
which
season.
is crazy.
I think it's pretty much been in double digits every game. And I will say I did get there a few minutes into the game, and Al Khalil was actually up, I think, like 11-3.
Yeah.
Sure.
So they jumped out. They were playing, and you could see like they were playing to like with a lot more energy.
Sure.
Not sure like second half it kind of fell off, but I was talking to Anwar after the game, right? So what I noticed with their team is when their offense starts to struggle a little bit, they completely stop playing defense also.
Mm-hmm.
Then it turns into like they're not scoring and they're not stopping anyone, and they just turn into a blowout.
Yeah.
This game they were able to kind of keep it closer. At one point I think it was like 8-point game maybe late, and then again they had a couple turnovers on offense, and then this didn't stop them.
Yeah.
I think that their offense has trouble sometimes, like getting into a rhythm and a flow. Like, I still think they don't all know exactly where they belong, like in the system. But they always start really strong, and then they kind of like
Taper off.
taper off. And like you said, like they feed off their offense. So like when they're not scoring, I think they kind of slow down on defense. And then guys start taking ill-advised shots on offense, which you can't take bad shots on offense if you're not playing good defense. Playing good hard defense gives you the ability to take some bad shots. Like, you're gonna get it back. So I actually like the way these guys play the first 10 minutes of every game. If they could find a way to keep the momentum going, they could honestly pull out a lot of wins. Like,
Sure.
even in the playoffs. Like,
Looking at Usman's team, we were talking a little bit earlier about how well Yassine is playing this season.
Yeah.
Obviously, him playing with, I believe Tejan is his nephew, but is probably impacting that a lot because they definitely have a great on-court connection. But Yassine is doing a fantastic job of shooting and putting up points. He had 22 today. Tejan with 28.
Tejan played great.
Tejan with 28 and 16
He
rebounds
made
and
player of the
9 assists is like that's
It's about time he's player of the week. I feel like
Yeah,
every week he
fantastic.
kind of gets snubbed a little bit. He has a
Also-
good performance every week.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And you can't overlook Usman Shah
Making those
breaking-
layups.
making those layups, finally hitting 11 points. I mean, he was joking about it on the sidelines that it took him what is this week 8
games.
8 weeks to finally figure it out. But good for you. I'm happy to see that you're getting your points.
I was impressed by Sumer, 3 of 4. Like, I feel like every time he touched the ball, he scored.
Yep.
I swear, he like it felt like he didn't miss, and I mean like 3 for 4, like he basically did it.
You have to appreciate guys who you and I were talking about it earlier. The guys who are like, I mean, they're the role players that they don't get like 15 shots in the game to like get themselves going, right? So like guys like Sumer, for example, or Ahmar have to make it. Like, if they shoot the ball 5 times, they have to make it when
Yeah.
they get it. They don't get a chance to like
To warm up and
to shoot the ball 10 times and start picking up. They have to like, if you're gonna shoot the ball 5 times, you have to make it. And Sumer is one of those guys. He gets the ball, he makes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isha, any thoughts?
I didn't really see this game at all. So
she
Okay,
was
nice.
busy.
You're well
she was
prepared.
busy. She was busy
Making coffee.
making coffees and selling donuts. An was eating a donut before his game.
was he? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
he was.
You sold it to him.
I don't remember.
All right, we'll move on to game 3.
My favorite game of the day.
So this is my team versus Farhad's team. We won 60-45. I'll let these guys talk about what happened. So actually, I'll preface it by saying that last night we thought Waqas wasn't going to play, and I actually thought IJ was going to play. Yusuf told me he might not, but I had been hearing all week he might not. So I told my guys, IJ's going to play. Like, let's expect that. And then Waqas messaged us saying he was having back problems and he wasn't going to play. But then it got completely flipped. Waqas showed up and said, I'm feeling a little better, I'm going to warm up. And then he played. IJ showed up and said, I'm not going to play. So it completely switched up, like, what people were expecting.
So we were away on vacation, so I wasn't really keeping up the team chat as much. But the last message that I had seen was, we sent out a poll to see who's going to be at the game, and IJ had sent a message just saying that he's not 100% sure if he'll be able to play.
Mm-hmm.
So he was having some injury concerns, and he said he'll have to feel it the day of and see how it feels. And again, me personally, I don't. if I'm not sure if someone's playing or not, because guys always ask me, is IJ going to be there? Is IJ going to be there? I'm like, I honestly don't know. I'm not trying to hide
Which
it
is
from
the
anyone,
That's what Yusuf
which
always
is
tells
true,
me
right?
too. He's like, we
Right.
feel like we don't know till like the night before sometimes.
It's
yeah.
often a game time decision. Like you don't actually know.
Yeah.
So I actually feel like he came dressed and ready to go.
I thought he was gonna play.
He had his shoes on. He had his jersey on. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, like even while we were playing, I feel like from myself, he could have walked on. He could have not, and I had no idea.
Sister Mariam
what his
came over to me
plan
with
was.
the tablet to like do the check on my players, and I just glanced at yours, and I saw the only person that was X'd out was Hasib.
Yeah.
So I told my guys like, he's playing today. And then even halfway through the game, I said, guys, like we got to really push because I had a feeling IJ would just come in for like 5 minutes and win the game. Like,
Yeah, so like when we were warming up, I did talk to him, and he said that he definitely doesn't want to start. He still feels a little bit, but if it was playoffs, he probably would have played.
oh, he
right?
would 100% play. I feel like.
But again, at this point, like late in the season, like we're focused more on the playoffs and not concerned about games this late in the regular season right now, right?
Yeah.
I know seeding is important, but I think we were the same way. We were just like maybe he'll come in, but the first half was so close, right? It was a 2-point game where I think he also wanted us to just play through it and figure out a way to get the win, and we didn't. But it was a tough game, and give credit to you guys. I think Wakas played a really really smart and physical game.
Yeah.
He was a beast down low. He I think was the reason you guys were up in the first half with all the rebounding and the putbacks he was getting. So he made a huge difference. Yeah.
And I don't think it would make sense if he went into the game because it's a regular season game. So like, there's no reason to risk it.
Yeah, it's not worth it to get.
I told Wakas the same thing. Even when he showed up, I said, "Don't push yourself." I said, I saw IJ come in, and Farhad was joking with me and saying like, "Look who just came in," and I was like, "Whatever." Like, I mean, obviously, I know the guy's incredible, but I'm gonna play regardless. Like, there's no like, it doesn't make a difference at that point. Like, we're playing, and I told Wakas, I said he might play, but I said, "Don't let it affect you. Like, if you're not ready to go, don't go. Like, we'll try to win regardless. But we need you for playoffs. Like, it's the same idea. Like,
We talked about it right before the game. Like I told you that I sometimes don't want to know who's playing or not playing on the other team. I just want to go out there and play our game.
Yeah.
So
Whatever. And then after the game too, like I was talking to some of your guys, and Ghost was like, I know you guys didn't want IJ to play, and I said honestly, I do. Like, you always want to face everyone at full strength, unless you're not like don't have that competitive spirit. Like,
unless you really want that win and that's all you care about.
yeah, well then you don't want
Well,
any of the
then
good guys to play.
yeah,
But then it's like
exactly.
you want to play against the best guys.
Right.
I thought you guys played really well, like especially the first half. I gave a lot of credit to Ghost in person and in the group chat. I think he's improved his game so much, mashallah. Not even just like talent wise, but mentally, he's in a whole different space now. Like he used to be like susceptible to bad shots, and like you could play mind games with him. Like, I know you can't score on me, and then he'd be like, all right, like, give me the ball. He's not like that anymore. Like, he knows that he wants to win. And so if him taking shots is going to help you win, he's going to take shots. If him not taking shots is going to help you win, he's not going to take shots. So he was coming off screen super hot, shooting it. Like, he played really well today.
Yeah.
I thought he played good defense. Like, he played really well. Matt, I know he was tired. He had a game before. I thought
You guys held him to 2.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Might be like a record low for him. But also, I mean, like, respect to you. Also, you had I didn't realize you had it was like a quiet 16. I didn't realize you had 16 points. You're starting to hit your threes. You went 2 for 4, 50% from 3. Ahmed had 11. Hakeem had 12.
Wakas had like 18 or 19.
Corner Q had
it was your 4 or your 5
3.
starters, double digits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys played. You guys played a good game. I think our team struggled a little bit on offense. Obviously, like me, Omer, Matt, and Farhad all had 2. I only had 5. Our offense was really David Flores and
It was really Ghost. It was really Ghost.
So Ghost put up 25, 8 rebounds. David Flores 13 rebounds.
Yeah.
We managed to out rebound you guys, which is a little crazy because I thought we were still like struggling like crazy on rebounds.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Ghost with 8 rebounds.
But you guys shot, but you guys had a better field goal percentage than we did, a better 3-point percentage, a better
we had 5.
We had
9.
more turnovers. We had more fouls. Like I feel like you guys just played a better game, and we struggled a little bit, especially towards the end.
I do think we played better than you guys today, but also it's really hard to like really take things. Like, it's hard to take too much from this game when I know you guys are missing your top guy, and we had our top guy. So like there was a conversation in the group chat about like, oh, you guys can't win without IJ or whatever. But I think that's total BS. Like, any team is gonna lose without their best guy. If we didn't have our best guy and you had yours, we'd have gotten blown out by 30. Like, But that's any team, any week. L's team, my team, your team, Tajon's team, all these teams. That there's like, in any league, any level, when you're missing your best guy and the other team has their best guy, like, the game's over. Like, availability is the best ability. So, like, I don't really like that argument of, like, oh, you know, you can't win without your best guy. It's like, what's the point?
And I just do want to add one more thing, though, is I talked to Wakas after our game through messages and stuff, and he did mention how, like, you guys really needed that win, right? You guys really wanted that win.
Yeah.
So I think you guys did play a little bit harder than we did. Not to say I don't want to take anything away from our players, but like I think if I
it mattered more to us than you guys probably.
And I think if I go back and watch the tape, I'll probably see a better effort from you guys than from us. Most
likely. But I thought it was a fun game, to be honest. Like you said, it was right there at half. Like I was telling my guys, like it's very competitive. Like it's not a free game. But yeah, I think that's pretty well.
Did you think you needed to score after that highlight reel you put together?
But I was talking to Wakas, like, I don't know, I'm sure everyone saw it in the group chat, everyone who's listening to the podcast, he made like a highlight reel of me missing. I actually ran into IJ halfway through the week at some pickup run, and he had just gotten hurt, and I was asking him how he's feeling, whatever. And then he was like, "Oh, after that highlight reel last week, maybe I don't have to play." I was like,
"So you didn't watch?"
I said, "I thought you don't look in the group chat." He said, "No, that one got sent to me personally." I think he was kidding.
I wonder if somebody did send it to him though.
I mean, he must have. He saw it.
Yeah.
I don't really get bothered too much by that stuff. He sent it in the group chat, and I laughed, and I said something like, "I had a rough week" or whatever. Wakas and I were joking about how like. Wakas said he used to do this to me. He used to make fun of me, best mid-range, whatever, and he said, "I'm happy I'm on your team," because now he does it to you. And I said he needs to stop doing it to me because I don't really get bothered by that stuff. I think it's funny, and I know Farhad so well, like, he would message me.
There's no negative. Like,
yeah, he messaged me during the week, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm good, how are you?" Like,
I think there's a couple of different times when I messaged you and you responded with the same exact thing. How's your vacation?
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want to get into that stuff, like, at this point, I already know like you're doing the mental warfare stuff, but I told him he needs to start picking on someone else. Like,
Hakeem.
Yeah, Hakeem might be next in line. Honestly, maybe it'll work on him. Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun game today. I'm proud of guys like Ghost for going out there and playing hard. I thought Yusuf played all right. I thought the first three was.
I was getting my first shot. I was getting that. I did the same thing in the playoffs last year. Yeah. I just had to get it. I had to get that out of my system. I tend to hit the front rim often, and so I needed to just like
He didn't want to touch the rim at all.
Yeah, I need to like Tom Brady really like find my range and see so that. I mean, okay, laugh all you want at the shot. It was a ridiculous shot. But if you look at the rest of my shots, most of them...
you should insert the clip of the shot.
Most of those... I have a great shot of it. Ayan got it.
Oh, perfect.
All my shots after that were on.
They were good.
They were on. Some of them barreled out, but after that one crazy shot, I did find my range and it was there.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I have to be more efficient when I'm shooting.
Isha, what are your thoughts on me beating your dad? Finally, by the way... You know your dad, I think, is on a 4-game win streak against me, like from last season to this season.
I was gonna say,
I finally broke
your guys' rivals, like the Chiefs, Bills. Kind of thing,
I'm the Bills. I keep losing. Okay.
So you know what's funny, and I can't believe I'm saying this in front of everyone, but obviously losses hurt, right?
Yeah.
And the way we played was also a little bit frustrating at times, but. I remember after the game ended, and a few minutes after, you're just like, okay, game's over, whatever. And then I walked by and I saw you. I'm like, damn, my win streak against you is over. That hurt me more.
I actually didn't even think about it until today. And after the game, I was like, oh my God, I broke it.
Yeah.
It literally lasted all last season into playoffs. He bounced me. Yeah. And then the first game of this season, or the second game of this season, yeah, I'm glad that's over, Aisha.
We'll start another
We'll see them in the playoffs, and then we'll get them back.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, we'll restart the streak.
Inshallah.
It's fine. The Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. We'll wait for playoff time, so they'll lose.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Isha.
Last game.
Yeah, let's move on to the last one.
We have Ayan's team versus James' team.
Ayan versus James.
So, Ayan's team won 52 to 38.
Ayan's team scored 26 in the first half and 26 in the second half, or 52.
Yep.
Can I say something about this game? Yeah. I watched most of it. I don't even need to really look at the stats, but I don't know if it was just me. I talked to Ian and those guys after the game, and I said, like, first half, they looked very dominant. And the second half, I felt like they did not look that good but then I looked at the scoreboard,
That's perfectly.
and it's like 26-26, and then 24-14. So they actually outscored them by 12 points in the second half, but it didn't feel like it. So I'm not sure. Maybe I was just like out of it, and I wasn't like
Well, I know that Chris, Matt, and I think David Barber as well. Like they had another tournament today. Chris was one of the guys who came from another game. He like cramped up at halftime, and then he was like cooked.
But he still managed to have 15 and
Yeah,
12
so I think that's
rebounds.
part of it. Like I think they started sort of slowing down. Like Chris started slowing down, but I think Ayan and Maz have done a really good job of carrying the offensive load for this team.
I will say Ayan looked very back to his playoff form from last year in this game.
Yeah,
He looked
100%.
like he was focused. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wasn't messing around out there. He made the right plays.
Yep.
So I'm excited for him.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what's it called? If you look at his team, all of them, Amr. Oh, never mind. Hamza, he only shot once though. I usually like to point out when everyone on the team scores, but everyone was contributing in some way. Amr had 2 points. Ayan had 14. Chris was 12 rebounds, 15 points.
I'm also had a lot of key steals.
Yeah, Ian
steals.
had 8 points, 5 rebounds. Kind of a quiet day for him, but still did a good job of protecting the ball. And Maz 13.
13 and he had a bad game. Like
Yeah,
it felt like he was like very quiet. That's how well he's
Yeah.
been playing all year. Is
Yeah.
that 13 is like a quiet day for him. So
Um,
as far as James's team, Cody's been in a bit of a slump the last couple weeks, and like their offense is really reliant on him. He's like their spark. When he's hot, like everything is going, and when he's not, like I think they're struggling to find like a second option because Idris does so much for them on defense, on offense, bringing the ball up the
Rebounding,
court,
everything, yeah.
playing like he's usually guarding the toughest guy. He rebounds so hard, like it's hard for him to come down
He had
and
11,
isolate.
he had 11 rebounds today.
Yeah, he's genuinely one of the best rebounders in the league,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
By far, yeah.
Like he's actually talented at getting rebounds. Like he's very good at it. So he works so hard. Like Cody gets to sort of just work on offense. I mean, I know he works hard on defense, but Idris really takes the load on defense and in rebounding. So when Cody is struggling, I think they really hurt bad. Like it looked like that today.
I think Cody making his shots and playing the way he's capable of playing makes it a lot easier for Idris to do what he's
Yeah,
trying to do,
definitely.
right?
Yeah. Also, Manveer had just an insane missed layup at the end of the game. Like
yeah.
just had to shut.
I'd like to
that
see
one out.
Vic getting a couple more minutes. I feel like he spent a lot of time on the.
Yeah, he didn't. I think he played like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think, like, especially for regular season, you really want your role players to get really comfortable,
Yeah.
so that when playoffs do come, like I think that's why I feel like I had a good outing for my playoffs last. We went to the finals. I felt fine and we played well, and I think that that's largely because I was a role player on a team where I got enough time in the regular season to get comfortable so that when we were going out for playoffs, for me, I was like, it's just another game. So like giving guys like Victor or the other role players, giving them a chance to really get comfortable in the regular season, so that when playoffs do come, they're like a valuable asset to your team is super important. So I feel like Vic only played a couple minutes, and I think that he has a lot to offer the team. He just needs the opportunity to show that. But
James taking 4 shots is not enough. It's not.
I
enough.
agree.
Especially
And
when Cody's struggling 4
Vic,
shots.
yeah,
like,
and James is a great shooter.
Yeah.
I feel like
he needs to triple that.
Yeah, dude,
He
you
literally
got
needs to take 12.
to start letting it fly. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
James is often, King James of Laud is often a driving kick, and he's looking to facilitate the ball. You need to start being a little bit more selfish, guy. You need to shoot the ball. Your team needs you to score, and you can make those shots. You're always shooting with that heavy ball. Like, we know you can make those shots. You need to take them now because your team needs it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of high hopes for this team, and
I think Laud is a good team. They really turned their
I think-
season around. I think
I was
solid.
also I wasn't part of the preseason where you guys were like rank the teams, but I think I was also just a little bit skeptical because I was worried about
The
the height.
Manveer trade changed everything.
Yeah, I was worried.
They
I
finally
was a
had guy who
little
could
bit
scrap.
worried about the height,
Yeah.
and it seemed like you guys had a lot of guards. But you guys can make it happen. You guys proved that you guys can make it happen. I think that you just a couple more guys have to make their buckets drop, and you guys will be good.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 2-point game at halftime.
Yeah,
Right?
like I think
Actually, and it was close at some points at the end. I felt like there was a couple times where it was a 3-point game, 4-point game. Like they were right there. Joe was off today. He's 2 for 13.
CEO Joe.
Yeah.
But still, he had the most points on his team.
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the.
No, Joe.
He had 10.
He had 10.
Joe had 10.
Yeah, he had 10.
Wow.
4 of 15 total.
On 2 of 13. Wow.
3, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I will say, I'm glad you brought up that missed layup at the end.
Yeah.
Because it was funny because I was under the basket and you'll probably see me on the video. Like, I'm like screaming at Van Veer, but then he missed it. And I looked over and I was like, you know, because you know how I was trying to trade him back for Van Veer?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I bet James is hoping I was still offering that trade.
Yeah, Manveer still is like a little bit like he's still finding his footing out there. So like sometimes he misses some easy ones or he'll miss some easy catches and stuff. But I think it's just gonna come with experience.
And you know what? Again, I think it goes back to my point of making sure that your guys are getting good minutes in the. This is across the board. I'm not just picking.
Yeah.
I'm just not just picking on Lod.
Yeah,
Any team, you really want your team to really get comfortable in the regular season so that when playoffs come, they can do something. Like so, while we lost today, I feel a lot more confident shooting now. Because a couple of those shots, two of my threes barreled out, but I feel confident that if I get those shots again, I'm going to make them, right? Like, so for our team, IJ sitting out was good for him and made the rest of our team like confident. Like, okay, like we saw today, like we're confident with the way we play. We know that we can do something. So we don't have to only rely on IJ. We can contribute and help in our own way.
And I know this
just
doesn't sound weird, but
thought.
I think the games that IJ was out, I think were more beneficial for our team because we get to try out different things and see what every person can bring to the game.
I agree.
And you know sometimes that's more important because I know with IJ out there, it's a little bit easier for us to kind of watch.
You can take your foot out.
A little bit is an understatement.
You can take your foot off the gas. It's kind of hard if you've never been on his team. It's very hard not to take your foot off the gas. He can do everything.
Yeah.
So it very often does turn into like watch IJ win the game, right? Like that's just the truth, right? Yeah. So having games where he's not there makes the rest of us confident in ourselves that okay, you don't have to watch. There's something you can do too.
Right.
You can find something to do on the court that's contributing.
Yep.
Don't look too excited to be here.
You're right. I'm not on IG's team. I gotta be like James Harden and Giannis. Like you guys remember that beef? Did you ever see that? Harden was like talking to Giannis and he was like, I wish I could just dribble up the court and dunk it. And if I was 7 feet tall, I'd say the same thing. Like, I wish I could just cruise and watch my team win.
Do you guys want to look at the season leaders? So their stats. There you go. Leading in points, we have Kia. Is this his floppy disk that he left here?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
A sign that Mo was around. Kia with 29.6, IJ with 27, and Taejon at 25.
Who's been your favorite scorer to watch this season?
You can't pick your dad because you know that's...
Well, he's not a scorer.
Exactly.
What does he do?
I'm a facilitator.
I think he's trying to not score on purpose so his MBR doesn't go up.
I thought that was Osman's strategy.
No.
He doesn't do it as good as you.
Let's rephrase it.
But Osman takes shots and misses. I'm not even taking shots.
Who's your favorite facilitator? Wow, the face she's making now.
No. Who's your favorite scorer?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be one of the very top ones, but just in general, like who do you really like watching
she
score?
spends like 3 out of 4 games making coffee, so.
That's true.
Yeah, you're washed up, Isha. You're washed up. Used to be a student of the game.
It's probably Taejon.
Taejon.
Yeah.
He is super fun to watch score.
Yeah.
He's so lethal. He's so twitchy too. Like when he has the ball, it's so hard to guard him.
He's one of my favorite defensive players
Me?
to watch too.
Yeah. No. Taejon is definitely one of them. Favorite scorers to watch. I love watching Idris score. Like I feel like he has to work so hard to score, but it's so impressive every time he scores. And then Hakeem. Like when Hakeem gets hot, he's so tough. He just hits crazy shots.
All right. I like seeing Maz score. I feel like he fights really hard for his buckets. He's like a no give up guy.
Yeah.
He's very bouncy.
Oh, it's very fun watching Ian too.
Yeah.
Ian too.
Yeah, Ian and stuff.
And Maz gets himself to the line very often, actually, which I respect that.
How was yourself?
My favorite, again, outside of IJ, 'cause I
Yeah.
think IJ is my favorite guy in the league in terms of like how he scores. But I think I'm very impressed with the different ways that I've seen Kia score this year.
Yeah.
So like from being able to pull up and drive by and just like that quick release, I think he's my favorite scorer this year.
Yeah.
We
You
looked
wanna go
at
through the
points
rest of
is
the show?
next.
What?
You want to go to the rest?
Yeah.
Who's leading in the other stat categories?
Tajon's leading in rebounds.
Yeah.
That's
That's crazy.
and then second is like Sully, and then it's Andy.
Okay.
And then assists. We have IJ, and then Al.
Oh, wow.
And,
And second.
We were talking about this.
Yeah.
L has just been. There were
Facilitating.
games where he's not even taking shots, but he's getting like 10 assists, 11
Wow.
assists.
Yeah.
So
and then steals, we have IJ and Tajon.
Common theme. Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Um,
Tajon is like on every single one of these.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
He's probably top in free throws, right?
Yeah.
He's always at the line.
Yeah,
he lives at the
he's-
line.
He's number one. For
One of the
free
things
throws.
I actually like about his game, going back to his scoring, they played Anwar today, right? And they were like out the gate. Anwar's team was blowing him out, and I was sitting on the sideline, and I said, "Just wait, like watch the way Tajon's gonna shut the whole game down. He's gonna get an and one, go to the line, slow the whole game down. Then he's gonna come back down, get a foul. Like he's so smart. Like one, he knows no one can really stop him. Two, he understands like how important it is to stop a run. Like he stops it by going to the line.
Yeah.
He settles everything down, and now they're all out of their rhythm, and like he's just so smart. Like the way that he plays the game is like, I knew he was gonna do it. He does every week. He comes in, he gets to the free throw line, and he controls the whole game. Like
Kia's kind of the same way in a sense that like they can be like quiet for a little bit, but as soon as Kia like wakes up and like starts hitting,
well, Kia's different just because he's a little bit more like sparky. Like
hyper. I think he's a more
Yeah.
hyper.
Yeah.
He goes faster, but Tajon has the ability to literally just slow the game.
Yeah, stop it
to stop
completely
the
to
game.
a halt.
Even on offense, if you watch him, I forget who I was talking to about this today, but we're watching that game and you can literally see Tajon slow the ball down where it just looks like the game just paused.
yeah,
And everyone just waiting.
and he takes
then
the air out of the
moves
ball
on
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like yeah, he's really impressive. Mashallah, he's tough. Okay, that's it for stat leaders.
We have blocks. We have Chris, and then
Chris.
and then Tajon second. Again.
Well,
and,
he also leads the league at goaltending.
Yeah, that's true. He's averaging one a game right now. Yeah.
and then it just double doubles, which is Sully, and then Tajon again.
Wow. So Tajon is on every single one of them basically.
Yeah, he's like third in points, one in rebounds, 4 in assists,
So
2 in
who's?
steals, 2 in blocks, 2
Wow.
in double.
You know, that kind of reminds me of Drew last season.
No, really, it does. Yeah. Who's your pick right now for finals like champion?
The team.
Yeah, team.
Oh.
Yeah.
My dad's team.
Yeah.
it's a good pick.
Still a safe bet. Yeah.
You wanna go through like the MVP?
Yeah.
MIP?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys are wondering what we have on our table here, so you want to explain?
It's our top 3 picks for MVP, MIP, and DPO.
DPOY.
She wrote dopey on mine.
Yeah, DOPY. All right, Isha, you want to start with your top 3 MVPs? I think
So
there'll be a lot of similarities here.
yeah, I think almost everybody has IJ, Kia, Tajon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any
Same here.
differences?
IJ, Kia, Tajon.
Yeah,
Like it's
same.
kind of disrespectful to not have those.
Yeah.
Those guys.
I gave Mazza honorable mention because I think he's in that conversation, but there's a huge gap. I think between those guys.
I don't think it says honorable mention anymore.
I just
Well,
wanted
mine
to-
says dopey, so our cards are all, our cards are all different.
All right, let's go to MIP. I think there will be some differences there, maybe.
So for my first one for MIP is Hasib.
Hasib for MIP.
My man,
Who
Steve.
else?
Yeah.
And then I have Ghost and Mahid.
Mehid. Oh wow, the brothers, Ghost and Mehid. Yeah.
Wow.
Yusuf.
Looking at your card, we have the same answer.
It's almost like you copied my card. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I have 33 ghosts, Maz, and Ahmar.
I have the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the same. I
I,
thought
I have for Ghost. I have he went from 9 points per game to 17, and Maz went from 11 to 17. And for Ahmar, I wrote dog. 'Cause he's playing his heart out. I like that.
So Maz has really improved his game a lot. Like his scoring is much better, but also his confidence, his ball handling, his defense, like all around he's gotten better. And like we work with Maz all the time, so we know how much work he's been putting in. Like it's really paying off. Ghost, I think, has just changed his game completely. Like he's gotten so much more confident. He's much smarter, and he's much more decisive. He doesn't waste any movement or any time now. He knows like he's scoring or he's moving the rock. Like, and then Ahmar has just gotten a lot more confident in general. I think he's probably had this talent for a while, but he's getting to showcase it now.
And even with limited minutes, he's still.
Yeah.
So my three are a little bit different. I think me and you have a couple of the same ones, but I think before I say mine, I think I want to just preface by saying mine based on it's just the way I thought about MIP kind of like last year also, right? I look at how the players were last season compared to this season, right? So to me, it's not just about a guy that increases numbers, but like how much of an impact the guy has on the court. So for me, my first pick was Hasib.
Yeah.
Just watching him play and him being on our team, it wasn't just his attitude on the court, but like off the court as a teammate, everything that made me really like. We're gonna miss him in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Second guy on here actually is Yassine. So Yassine, he's
I saw you get happy for a second.
I knew. Okay, all right, Isha. I knew he meant the other Yassine.
So he, to me, this season has kind of like stepped it up big time. Where a lot of these games, he is the leading scorer, the second leading scorer behind Tajan. Like him and Tajan are very similar stats in a lot of these games.
Yep.
And we're talking about Tajan being a MVP candidate. Like you have to put Yassine up there for MIP. And the last guy up here is Mahid for me. He hasn't played in the league for a few years, but I remember from the way he used to play before to where he's at right now. He's probably leading Al Khalil in points per game this season.
Yeah.
I know Nor's had a couple of good games, but he's been consistent. He's been a leading scorer pretty much every game. So he's those are my three guys.
Solid.
Nice.
Yeah. DPOI or Dopey?
Dopey. Who do we got for Dopey?
So first IJ, you just I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
And then second I have Tajon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just been very dominant on defense. And then third I have Chris.
Okay. Wow. Why Chris?
I think he's just had a huge like impact on that team's defense. Like, he's like blocking everything.
I agree. He has had a huge impact on their defense.
I only wrote one name. I just wrote IJ. I feel like it's kind of crazy to think.
I'm supposed to write three.
Yeah, I know, but honestly, when
You
you're
can write IJ 3 times.
yeah, but I just think if we're being honest with it, like he forces the most turnovers, he has the most steals, he
guards the best
he
player.
he guards the best player and he guards the best player on every single team and holds the best player on every single team to like their low scoring games and locks them down.
Actually, I hate to be that guy. I held Kia to less than IJ did, but
Did you win?
no, I did not.
Okay, so
But I will say a lot of the points that Kia scored were off of these like picks
Switches.
and stuff with
Yeah.
switches,
Sure.
which they clearly worked on against us.
Yeah,
like they had
yeah.
a game plan
Yeah.
to try to get.
And
And obviously IJ's way better.
No,
than
I'm not
defender.
saying-
And I know IJ's probably letting him have some plays.
yeah, but
go
I
ahead,
I think that when you watch, teams play different when they're playing against him because they know that, like Ahmed, just for example, Ahmed today was talking and he was like, this was like a very fun game for me to play because I wasn't scared to dribble the ball. I could just dribble freely and play because I know that IJ's not going to come stop me or take the ball from me. That's what and it's not just Ahmed. Other people are just not saying it. That's what it feels like to play against him. It's very hard. There are other players who are having fantastic defensive seasons. None of them are having as good a defensive season as.
I just want to add on to that. So the reason why I think IJ's one of my guys on here also. When we played the first game of the season, IJ came a little bit late to the game, and Tajan was kind of like very tough to stop.
Yeah.
He came in and he covered Tajan, right? And you notice a difference right away. Like
Right away,
Tajan was starting to struggle.
Yeah.
Right. When we played against Monim's team, IJ was on Kia. He forced a lot of turnovers. I think we were looking at the stats, and I think Kia had 9 turnovers and IJ had 8 steals, which is directly 1-to-1 almost,
Yeah.
right? So those two, and then again, like you said, like he leads the lead. He's averaging like 5 steals a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously IJ is the best defender in the league, but I tried to look at it a little different and say, like, who's having the biggest defensive impact on their team. And I do think that IJ is probably up there. What?
Doesn't say defensive impact
Oh
on the
my
game.
God.
So
So-
layer.
To be fair, mine is.
Does yours
Dopey.
also say dopey?
Dopey.
Okay.
So for me, obviously IJ is the best defender, but I'm just looking at teams and how important the defender is to that team. So I have Othman first. They're honestly mostly interchangeable, but I think Othman on our team is easily top 3 or top 5 defenders in the league. And like I think guys are starting to really realize it, but he's amazing at blocking the ball. His anticipation is really good. His timing is good. He's athletic. He's long. His hands are really quick. Like he always pokes balls loose and stuff. And he always leaves at halftime. So we always end up missing out on him. Like when he leaves at half, and then we end up getting blown out in the second half.
We were talking about that. Like his
Yeah.
stats are up there in terms of blocks,
And he's only playing half a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 3 blocks against Kia, left at half.
And they were
Today
like
he had 2.
dominant blocks. Yeah.
Bro, he was swatting him.
Yeah.
And Kia told me after the game, like I feel like every time I drive, like he's standing there waiting to just stuff it. Like,
Yep.
So I have him there. I have Ian there. Ian, much like IJ, always takes the toughest assignment. I think he plays really solid defense. He's another guy who did a great job against Kia.
He actually guarded IJ when we played him,
Yeah.
and I think that IJ had. I forgot how many points he had, but he didn't have.
Yeah. Ian is really solid defender. I think he's really talented
Actually, I
on
take
defense.
that back. I think that was the game where he might have had 47.
No, that was against
That was
us.
against
That was against us. And then I have Tejan.
Easy to mix them up.
Third. Tejan is a dominant defender. Him and IJ both. Like they're impassable sometimes. You just can't beat them. Like,
I mean, I remember talking to Kia after the game, and he was like, "I just can't get around IJ."
yeah,
And
you
Kia's
can't.
the fastest, like one of the quickest guys in the league.
You know what's crazy? So Kia, one of the fastest, quickest guy in the league, said, "I can't get around IJ." Sully, probably the biggest, strongest guy in the entire league, when we faced you guys, said, "Man, I can't get past IJ." It literally doesn't matter if you're big, you're small, you're
Yeah.
fast, you're strong. Like you can't get past him.
Yep.
He's so talented. Like
So the 3 guys I have on here, are IJ, Tejan, and Chris. Same militia. Chris, to me, I think is. I don't know if he's playing at 100% or not, but he's one of those guys where every time I watch film, anytime somebody's driving to the basket, like he's getting blocks.
Yeah.
He's standing in there. People are like almost trying not to get to the basket because of him. So I gotta give him a shout out.
nice.
Do you guys want to do any like predictions for next week?
I want to do the MB Dream Team
Okay,
that you
okay.
did last
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
So,
Go.
do you want to start?
Oh, we're doing
What are the
8.
What are the rules?
Yeah, set the rules.
How does it? Can you tell? Can you tell us?
You
how
want to
this
do
works?
1 through 5 and 1 bench, or you want to do 1 through 8?
We'll do 1 through 8.
And you want it to be a realistic team or like a complete dream team?
Make it a dream team. Make it a
Complete
dream
dream
team.
team.
Whatever.
Like the team that you would take to beat New Jersey.
Oh, to New Jersey? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, go for it.
So take your 8 best favorite guys that you would want running on the court.
Okay. Okay, so IJ, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ian.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go in order like what
Yeah,
the
yeah, that's
on the
fine.
bench.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna name the 8 players. Take Andy and David Barber.
Yeah, that's solid.
Cody. Dion.
Okay. That's 6.
6. Okay, 2 more.
Just go look at your cards, see who you got up there.
Yeah, you could look at your card.
Yeah.
Give you some
Look who your
names.
MVPs are.
She does not want Tejan on her team.
No, I did that last time, and then you kept hating, saying that I don't need like 2 of the same players.
No, I was just saying because at that point we were thinking about like a realistic team and what type.
Yeah,
how I
just
wanna
pick.
build the team.
Pick who you want.
If it's a dream team, just go with who you think
Oh,
is.
okay. Then Chris.
Oh, there you go, Chris.
And
After all that.
Yeah, she
like,
goes to
okay,
Chris.
she's
Oh,
like-
yeah, Chris. Okay, and who? One more.
Tejan.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, no one's beating that team.
We're doing.
I have-
We're doing all
I
8
think-
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay, IJ, Kia, Tejon. I'm gonna steal your pick for David Barber, Sully. Let's take Idris. Did I say Chris?
No.
Chris. And honestly, I'll take Yassine. I think if you took that team
Oh,
down,
little Yassine.
No, this Yassine.
What's the wrong pick?
No, I think if you take those guys down to New Jersey, you can't have the entire team as guy. Every single one of them needs to shoot the ball a million times. Like having a guy like you and Idris on the team are great for really strong defense. Really good for like you guys end up being the role players on that team. And you guys are like role players on a team like that. You guys are fit. Like those are great role players.
I appreciate the shout out. I think I agree with Yusuf. Like when I think about my dream team, I don't want all guys who are taking 18 to 25 shots a game. So obviously you have to take IJ at the 1 because he's a guy who could take 5 or 20 shots. I'm taking IJ. I'm taking Kia because that is a dominant duo. And then I'm probably taking someone like Mazhar Hakim who can impact the floor on both sides, can shoot, can do whatever, can facilitate. I'm taking Othman off of my team. He needs no shots. He's going to play incredible defense, rebound, and he passes the ball as soon as he gets the ball. Probably take a guy like Chris because, again, he can facilitate and play defense. And then off the bench, I want a backup ball handler, so I'm taking AN. And then I'm probably taking a shooter like Joe. And then probably last, I want a two-way guy who can score and defend. I'll probably take myself or Ghost.
Well, you're already on the team, so.
Oh, okay, great.
I'll give my pick.
Oh, stop. Hakeem.
So I'll give my list, and I think this is a little bit different because I think with these guys playing on the same team, I think they will figure out who's gonna play what role.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with IJ, I would go with Tejan, I would go with Kia.
Yeah.
3 guys that Jersey would struggle with guarding, right? I would go with Chris as another big man and Dion as the other point guard on that team that can facilitate and we've seen him be able to score, pass, to do everything.
Yep.
And then I would have I think Ian.
Yeah, he's a
I
good.
actually
He's a great
really
pick.
like Ayan. I feel like he has the mental toughness to go and compete against anybody.
And was one of the guys in New Jersey last year who was getting buckets
Yeah.
against all their best defenders. Like he was cooking.
Yeah. I think Ayan's. I still don't feel like he's played up to his true potential yet. So I would take him, and I would probably take Andy just because of his like
The grit.
Winning mentality, the grit. Yeah.
Oh, you know who I forgot?
Who?
L.
Oh. So wait, you have a chance. Would you take Al?
No, it's fine.
To change.
Damn.
What if somebody got hurt?
Would you fill in L?
If someone got hurt, I'd put in. Did I say Kia?
Sorry, I didn't even say my 8th. My bad. My 8th would be Sully.
Oh yeah. Wow. Wow, you're just taking the top dogs.
Why not, dude? New Jersey would struggle with our top guy. New Jersey would struggle with our first round picks.
I'm sending this right to Jersey.
Yeah, you should send it to Jersey. We're coming.
We're coming with a vengeance this year.
And then
We heard all that Amish talk.
Coach. Elkin coach.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wait, so. Did I say Kia?
I don't think so.
You might have. I don't know.
Oh, I think I meant to say Kia instead of Tejan.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Tejan, she kicked you off.
Yeah.
I don't
If
think he's
someone- if
watching.
someone
You know where to find her when you come on Saturdays. She's making the coffee, so if you want to take that up with her.
Yo, can we talk about how you guys didn't have Gatorade today?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Give
Is
it. It's Monan's fault.
Okay, yeah. It's all Monan's fault.
That's crazy.
He's forgetting. He's like, oh, I'm too tired. I don't feel like getting it.
Oh my god.
So he got I had the cooler for like a couple of weeks. I had the drinks in there, and he took the cooler. He's supposed to bring drinks, and I'm not sure what's going on.
He's being
He's
lazy.
forgetting it.
He's
This
a lazy
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a lazy
Ever since
guy.
he cut the man bun, it's like he lost some honor.
Yeah.
I saw him
He lost his
sleeping
memory.
outside of Jamal the
There you
other
go.
day. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be
That's
doing security. He was literally sleeping.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him
I
in
wouldn't
general
trust him.
with anything.
He's supposed to be protecting and serving.
He's doing neither.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think after the loss today for James' team, do you think James and Cody got into another argument? Can I ask how that started? It wasn't just,
So there
I
was.
wasn't here, so I don't know.
I'll say that there was some sort of. I watched it. There was some sort of conversation between Cody and James that happened on the court, and it was a very loud, aggressive conversation. But
when was this, last week?
the week against Tejan, which I think was last week. And again, I don't know what was even really said. And I've had those conversations with guys too. Like sometimes like things need to be communicated across. So I'm not calling either of them out. Yeah. But then we just started joking about how they were arguing. And then AN is gonna push it. And so he started saying like, you guys got in a fight. James tried to protect his guy by saying no, there's no fight. Cody said like, hey, we're just communicating, but there's speculation that they fought. But I think it was really just they were just communicating about something that was happening. I mean, I yelled at my guys today. I don't know if you guys heard me. Like, we were going under every screen, and Ghost was killing us. I was screaming at my guys, like, how many times do you have to do this before you guys come over a screen? Like, can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. Like, so, yeah, I think they're probably in another argument right now after this loss. They're running a background, too.
Who do you think right now is probably the most... I mean, I guess we're coming off a loss. Who do you think is the most overconfident team in the league right now?
Overconfident?
Yeah.
I think you guys are probably in that realm, but you have the luxury to be overconfident because you have IJ. I think AN's team is probably overconfident because they've been winning a lot, and I think they sort of have this feeling of like they might be a little indestructible with Chris. I think Monim's team felt that way, but they got a good reality check, which I think is good for them. Because the games even their wins have been tough. Like, I think in the beginning of the season, they probably felt like we're coasting. But they've gotten a couple tough losses. And so I actually told Monim today, I said, you guys better not have peaked yet. Like, you got to, like, find a way to get back on the win streak. So I'd probably say you guys, and I'd probably say Ian.
I think a couple of weeks ago, James' team was a little overconfident.
Yeah. They got a reality check though too. Yeah. You?
I don't think we're overconfident. I think we're right amount. We're like right amount confident.
Like I said, you guys have the luxury to be confident.
So I take overconfident as like you didn't earn this confidence. Why? Like you're being overly confident. I don't think that. I think we are rightfully confident in our team. Like how could we not be?
Do you think Anwar's team is going to get a win before the season ends?
They better.
They face us next week.
I think they.
Oh yes, 100% they get a win.
I think I'm picking them to win next week. To be honest.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to look at next week?
Who's your guys'?
We can. But overconfident. So who do you think it is?
I don't know. It's hard for me to actually pick a team that I think.
Can I give you mine?
Yeah.
So I think L's team is overconfident right now.
Ooh.
And I won't say that, and I'm not saying that in a negative way or like to put them down. But I think they've put together 3 straight wins, maybe.
Yeah.
But their matchups have been in their favor, right? Somebody missing a player or, teams that were a little bit weaker and stuff. I hope that they don't get overconfident going into the playoffs because I think they still have a lot to work on. And I think L will do a good job making sure the team isn't like that. But I'm worried for them because I do think that James' team load did get a little bit overconfident. And I think that they have to really... I think everyone has to focus in on like what they need to do and not think that the regular season wins is going to just secure them wins in the playoffs.
Trust me, like my team is 2-6. Like we've had those conversations about how quickly a season can be turned around with 1 win in the playoffs. It changes everything. Yeah. Like once you're in the playoffs, you win 1 game, you're now one of 4 teams that's going to make it to the championship. Like it can change so quickly. Like you said, like a team can win 8 games, 9 games, 7 games in the regular season, takes 1 loss like against a team that really wants it. So,
and then how many of these regular season games are truly like dominant games?
Yeah,
right, dominant wins.
Yeah,
so it could have gone either way. So.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to pick any team as an overconfident team. I feel like every team believes in themselves. I like that every team believes in themselves. I like that every team is confident in themselves. I like that every team believes that they are the team that will win the finals. I don't like playing against or with people who feel like who are like quitters and like they don't have faith. Like if I was on for example, like I mean, Anwar's team is 0-8.
Yeah.
If I was on Anwar's team, I would just the person that I am. I'd be like, oh, no, like we will win. We are going to win. So I don't like the like a loser mentality of like I think every team should be overconfident. You should believe that you're going to be the team that's going to win. Because if you don't believe that if you don't believe that you're going to be the team that's going to win everything, like okay, like I don't know what to tell you. I feel like that's just a sad losing mentality and like that's not fun.
So I have a question for you. So last week somebody asked Isha, if she could play for anyone, who would she play for? I think she said me. She could pick one captain, right? To play for.
Is that what you said? Is that the truth? The whole truth and nothing but the
I think
truth?
you picked me. It doesn't matter anyway.
I think it was between you and Ayan, but then I think she said
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
If you could play for one captain, not yourself, who would you play for? Of all 7.
That's a tough one. I would say
None. I'd retire.
Ayan.
No, I said none.
Oh,
I'd retire.
No, I think Ayan.
Yeah.
Just because I think we talked about this before. Like I think we could work on some things and like really be successful. And I think he's the type of player that, you know, I know he talks a lot in the chats and he's like very like, you know, yaps a lot and stuff. But I think at the end of the day, like he understands basketball really well and he wants to get better and he wants to win. So I think you can see like he's not about his stats, right? He's about what is good for the team. And I've seen him even communicating with his teammates. I've seen him like today, guys were on the floor and he's going back to pick up his teammates, right? That's one thing, by the way, I do want to point out that I was kind of thinking about this and this is kind of off topic, but me growing up like in the 90s watching sports and playing different sports, there was this concept of like team unity and stuff, right? Your player falls down, you go pick them up. There's so many games I watched over the last couple of weeks where somebody fell down on a team and none of the teammates are walking up to them to go pick them up, right? And I'm not sure like how that happened, but that's something that I think we need to get back to. Like if your teammate's on the floor, I expect you to go help pick them up.
I always yell like at my guys when they're down. I'm like, stay down, stay down.
I heard you do that today when Wakas fell and I helped pick him up.
Yeah, you guys got to him first, but I'd have been there.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that stuff matters. All those little things, like you want to build like a family.
Yep.
Like
I mean, if it's brotherhood through basketball, then sure, let's have some brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What captain would you play for?
I think I answered this. It would be you or Ayan for sure. We were just talking in the car about how like at me, Yusuf and Ayan, about how we'd love to have a team of like the 3 of us, the twins, Ayan, like try to see if we could run one, but it's tough in the draft.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said you're so sad that you're not mentioned.
I said the 3 of us.
The 3 of
Oh,
us.
oh,
Yeah.
It's fine. I would just take it personally and then beat them.
Oh. How did you feel playing against each other out there? That was the first time
Honestly,
Yusuf and I played basketball against each other in like
a game, like a league game.
And next week is going to be Wakas and Anwar for first time playing against each other. So
This was the most confident I feel like I was this season playing against you guys because in my mind it's hard for me to not think like this is my little brother.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
think about that, by the way.
I mean like it might be an older brother thing that
I didn't think about
I see you and I'm like I'm gonna
It's
play.
older brother thing.
Actually,
I'm playing against my little brother. Like it's hard for me to be intimidated by my little brother.
No,
That's not taking
yeah.
away from you and Ahmed and like how good you. I mean, you guys won. I had 5 points, but it's very hard for me to go into the game being like nervous or worried because in my mind like he's always my little brother. Like
I never really think about that stuff. Like honestly, like no disrespect. Like I didn't even realize when you were or weren't out there. Like I don't really focus on. Like I'm just playing.
You
like,
said no disrespect, but that was incredibly disrespectful.
in general, I don't.
And he's lying because I remember yelling out.
That was one time. That was one
So
time.
I yelled out, he's only going to his left, and he's like, yeah, but he still can't stop me.
Yeah, I was right. He fouled me. I said, doesn't matter if he knows where I'm going if he can't stop it.
Yeah.
That was one time I remember. But honestly, the rest of the time, like I don't. That's in general. I don't really pay attention to who's out there. Like I'm thinking about the matchup. Like what do I have to do to beat this guy or stop this guy or win like against this guy? And then after I realized, like I started thinking about the moments like where certain things happen against people. But I had fun playing against you today.
Yeah, it was nice playing against you too. I think
I'm looking forward to
we'll
playing
see
against
each other.
Anwar.
I think we're gonna see you in the playoffs.
Inshallah. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about your game against Anwar? I know you guys won today, so you don't have to worry about potentially ending up in
No, but we want to win.
But you guys did.
We want to win, like especially like we would hate to be the one team that loses to them, but also like nobody's more dangerous than a 0-8 team. As funny as that sounds, like they don't want to go winless. Yeah. I can imagine like Andy's gonna be playing with like a fire on his tail, like he's gonna be everywhere. But we're confident. I actually think our record is bad, and I think we've played bad, but we have the right pieces to be a good team. So I think we still have a lot of work to do. Even after today's win, we already spoke about it. Like there's so many mistakes we're still making out there, but I think we're starting to build a little momentum. So maybe we're hoping that it can carry us into next week and we can pull off a win. Do you guys want to go through next week's matchups? Yeah.
First game is James' team versus Mornham's team.
I think.
Oh, you guys
Two
remember
teams
what
that
happened?
just recently got a reality check.
Oh, dang it!
They should just drop the
That's
bomb.
a burn. And you remember what happened last time they played? Kia
It was a-
torched them.
Well, that's
Torched
before they
them.
got Manveer though.
Manveer's locking Kia up.
I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
I'm picking Monum's team. I don't think Kia and Dion and these guys are gonna lose 3 in a row. They're on a 2-game losing streak, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I also think Monum's team's gonna win.
I've got Monum's team. I think they really struggled last time on Kia, and I know James is really smart, and he's a guy who watches a lot of film, so I know he's gonna change things up to try to make it more difficult for him. But after talking to Dion today after their game, I think Dion's really smart, and I know that he's trying to implement some things with his team to get their offense going in different ways besides just Kia, and it's gonna be a handful for James' team.
Yeah, I'm going Monum's team.
Yo, James, you just got 4-0'd.
Yeah, you gotta win.
If
Shut us up.
if anyone can make us eat our words, it's you and your team.
Yeah.
I have confidence in your team. Don't take
I don't
let's.
think you have confidence. You went against them.
What's that?
I said I don't think you.
How
have
confident are you? You picked against them.
I'm confident that they have a good team, and I'm confident that I've
You
seen.
just played both sides of the coin. You're gonna lose.
No.
But I'm confident in you.
I think Monum's team's gonna win. That's why I'm picking. But I do think that James we could be looking
I
a
think
week from
Monum's
now.
gonna win, but I think James is gonna also
Yeah.
win.
Move on to the next game. He's
At
trying
10
to play both
listen,
sides.
No, stop. At 10:01, we could be eating our words, and James could have pulled off the win. I think James listens to these podcasts. James cares what people are saying, and I think he's not going to he takes it personally, and that makes him
Another
play hard.
9 a.m. log game. Oh my god.
I think
Another 9 a.m. game.
for me the reason I'm picking Monum's team in that game though is not even with Kia and Dion. I think with Jacob and Ismail.
Ismail,
There's
yeah.
2 big guys that again, we talked about this from the beginning of the season, like Lot's size is the issue, right? So I think the fact that they both those guys can rebound, and Ismail especially with his shooting and stuff, it's gonna be very tough because I don't see who's James guarding on that. He has to pick one of those 2.
He's
right?
gonna probably try to take Ismail. He's the bigger
Then
threat.
who's gonna guard like
Maybe.
Kia and these other guys? Like
Yeah.
I feel like Monum's team has just a lot better mismatch advantages off the mismatches.
Yeah. All right, game 2.
Your team versus Anwar's team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm gonna pick my team, but I think this is gonna be one of our tougher matchups all year. Just knowing like they haven't won yet, it's gonna be tough.
I'll pick I'll pick Anwar's team, and again, no disrespect to you guys or anything like that. I think they're gonna be very hungry.
Yep.
I think Anwar knows how Waqas plays, so he might kind of neutralize him a little bit there. And I think with the other guys like Saad, Salman, Andy, like you guys are gonna have a little bit of a tougher match
Yeah.
than you did against us today.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Oh wow. You just don't do that much.
Who did you pick, Isha?
I'm gonna go. What did I say on the other one? I don't remember. But I'm going Anwar's team.
The other one she probably picked us.
I don't
Anwar's team.
remember what I picked.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought about it. I'm gonna go with Yassine's team. Although I would be very sad to see my former captain go 0-9.
Yeah, that would be brutal. That's the thing.
You're
That's
gonna be glad they're not on his team anymore.
Wow, Aisha.
Damn.
But that's why we know
Anwar was
they're gonna
another.
play so hard.
Anwar was another guy that I did want to. I was interested in playing for again, but
Yeah. The prospect of going 0-9 is like scary to us because I know they're not gonna want to go 0-9. Like they're gonna play so hard, so we gotta be ready for that.
I really expect them to play their best game of the season.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a moment where it's like almost a do or die. Like you have to play your best game of the season.
Yeah.
Like you can't go winless.
Third game is L's team versus Ayan's team.
Ooh, that's a good game. Do I have to go first?
Yeah.
At full strength, I think Ayan's team will win because they can space the floor really well with guys like Chris, Ayan, and Maz, and that's sort of the way you beat Gaza, in my opinion. You don't beat them inside. I learned that the hard way last week. We all saw the highlight reel he made. When you play them, you realize like it's a gauntlet. Like you beat your first guy and you run into Sully and David and AR. Like they have dogs everywhere. You have to be able to space the floor, and once you hit shots and force defenders out, that's when you can open them up. But I'm not sure. I heard Chris might not make it.
No, I think his other tournament doesn't start till like 3, so he should.
So if Chris is there, I've got them. But if Chris is not there, it's gonna be a painful.
Well, if Chris is not there, then I think no one is really stopping Sully.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a field day for David and Sully. So, but I have Ann's team winning.
I'm gonna go with AN. They're the team that gave us the biggest run for our money
At full strength.
at full
Yeah, that
strength.
was a good game.
And so
Yeah.
I think that made me very confident in how good of a team AN's team is. I think they have great ball handlers. I think guys like Ian really protect the ball, and it's going to be hard to. I don't know that L's team has fantastic defenders, but I don't know that they have. I think when I think about this could be a wrong analysis, but I don't think that they have like aggressive defenders when I think about their team. Like,
L?
yeah, I think when I think of their team, I think of the kind of defenders that are guarding the paint. Like they're not defenders.
Like a zone defender. Like
Yeah, like they're defending their areas, whereas like other teams have defenders who are like IJ's gonna push you. He's gonna come after you, right? And I think that I think that AN's team will do a very good job of shooting, and they can shoot from the outside, so they might be able to avoid
Yeah, that's the really key.
battling with L, or battling with Sully and battling with David at the rim. There'll be almost everyone on AN's team can shoot a 3,
Yeah,
and is good from 3.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm picking Aeon's team also, and it's for the size that we talked about, and also like 1 through 5. I think they match up similarly with like skill and speed and everything else, but Aeon's team is just bigger.
Yeah.
At every position.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ion's team too. Like, I don't think they're gonna be able to stop like Ion, Chris, Ian, and Maz. Like,
Yeah. Last game is what, you guys versus Tejan?
Yes, sir. Last game of regular season.
So if IJ plays and is off of injury reserve, then I've got IJ, and if not, I've got Tejan. I know like that kind of sucks, and I think IJ is going to play inshallah, so I've got you guys.
yeah, I don't think IG is gonna like want you guys to go into like a 2-game lose streak
Yeah.
or heading to playoffs. So I'm taking your team. Yeah.
I'll pick us also, because I think that. So I will say I think Tejan's team is unique in their talent. I think that you need to have like a superstar to match up with Tejan. If you don't
100%.
have that, it's very, very tough. But I think that, given the way we've played without IJ, it's I don't think anyone outside of our own team has confidence in us being able to compete with a guy like Tejan.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they are sort of 1.5 dimensional with Yassine and Tejan.
100%. They're
But
super one-dimensional, yeah.
It's those
But it
two guys.
works.
If you can figure out how to contain and stop those guys, then I think.
I also think you guys match up well, like Ghost on Yassine, Matt on Osman, IJ on Tejan. Like I think the matchups, like I think Ghost can hold Yassine.
Yeah.
Like, if he's really focused, like Ghost will do well, and Matt can do great on Osman. So I think you guys match up well.
Yeah.
You didn't pick.
Oh, I pick our team to win. Sorry, but we beat them once. I'm just confident in us. It's hard to not be confident in us.
All right.
Also, I do agree that I think we match up really well
Yeah.
against them. Like,
I think so.
I think our teams are. We match up well.
So we're missing Hasib compared to the last time we played, but now we have David Flores.
Yeah.
So who wasn't there the first 3 games, right? So to me, against that team, David Flores is like a plug and play type of guy to come in for us.
And I like having a tighter rotation.
Yeah. I actually noticed today that you guys were missing Hasib a lot.
Yeah.
He would have changed the whole game.
His rebounding,
His rebounding, his
hustle.
shooting, like his energy, his passion.
Has hustle.
Him and Ghost became like a dynamic duo. I felt like they were really like connecting and clicking.
Yeah.
Like they were really playing for each other out there. It was really awesome to see. It's sad that he had to move away.
Yeah. Also, yes.
No.
So we noticed you're playing with a ring on your finger.
And you haven't won a championship.
I actually didn't wear my ring today. My actual ring is broken.
Okay.
But
How
yeah.
that happened?
poor workmanship, I guess. They were resizing it and it ripped open and it was like cutting my hand, so I had to get it fixed. But yeah, I'm now wearing a wedding band.
You want to tell us why? Oh yeah, so basically. Yeah.
I am happy to announce that I am married.
Yay!
Actually, everyone, I had it was very nice. Everyone clapped for me, and they.
Oh yeah, during the games today.
During the game, there was a game going on, and everyone on the sidelines clapped for me. It was very sweet. Alhamdulillah, yeah, I'm very happy to now be married.
How do you feel being married?
Alhamdulillah, never better. It's if you've never been married, I would definitely suggest it. It's really nice.
As you can tell, it's his first time getting married.
Yeah, inshallah the last time, and fantastic family, fantastic partner
they're good
to
people.
spend my life with, and alhamdulillah, I could not be happier. MashaAllah,
Well,
alhamdulillah, inshallah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Please keep us in your dua. I appreciate it.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
All right, Isha, anything else for us?
Anything else that you guys have?
Don't you
Anything else that you got? No,
we're
good.
Do you have anything?
don't you usually ask about chocolate and
Oh yeah.
She didn't make chocolate today.
She has some somewhere.
isn't that part of the show?
Rapid fire. Let's do rapid fire.
Okay.
Oh my God, rapid fire.
What are your rapid fire questions?
Okay.
You don't have generic ones? Favorite brother, favorite team, that kind of stuff.
Okay, favorite player in the league.
Oof.
Now your brother.
Myself, favorite player in the league. Ibrahim Jabber. I'm learning so much from him. It's really fantastic playing with him. Part of the reason I wanted to play with your dad was that I thought that he was the captain that I was going to learn the most from, and then it just also happened that he got the best player, and so now I have the privilege to learn from both
It's
of them.
supposed to be 1 minute for all the
Oh
questions.
my God, sorry.
Oh, Isha's on a heater today.
Sorry, isn't there usually a timer and stuff for me to know?
About 1 second left.
I get
Okay.
Me, favorite player in the league? Hakeem Malik.
Okay. My dad
Or your dad. My father.
Where was your dad coming from today?
Why you didn't like his outfit?
I didn't say anything about his outfit. I'm just wondering.
I saw his outfit when he came in, and I was like, "What is this guy wearing?" He might have been coming from breakfast or something. Yeah.
No, shout out to your dad.
That's how I'm going to be dressing very soon.
Yeah, my
That's
dad
married
is-
life.
My dad is awesome.
I can't wait to wear long shorts tucked in with dress shirts.
He also, by the way, he also doesn't really understand basketball all that well. He understands the concept of you want to score, you don't want them to score, but he'll tell me random tips why aren't you getting in there and grabbing all the rebounds and stuff? I'm I'm playing against Sully. That's not what I do. He just wants you to always do the thing. I'm yeah, that's not how it works. But
When you answer that, does he say, "Why did you trade him"?
no, he doesn't. But I don't even think he knows about that. But
Alright, let's
Alright,
spawn
we'll
in.
do some-
Hold on, let's spawn in the rapid fire question.
oh wow. Okay.
Should I set a timer for 1 minute?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
No plan.
Yassine and I are about to tag team the questions, and we're going to outdo every other guest that you've ever had in speed.
I don't believe it. Okay. He wanted they wanted the most questions.
Okay. We're gonna go back and forth. Okay. I'll go first.
You don't want double the time for
No, don't double time. But am I answering the same question or am I doing the next one? Same.
Same.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2.
Yeah. Let's do it. You go first.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Summer.
LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
FIFA or 2K?
2K.
Ooh. 2K.
NFL or NBA?
NFL.
NBA.
Ayan
NBA.
or Victor?
AN.
Ian.
Both.
My dad or L?
Your dad.
Oh, your dad. Yeah.
Favorite football team?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Giants.
Offense or defense?
Defense.
Offense.
Money or happiness?
What?
Money or happiness?
Happiness with a lot of money.
Coffee or soda?
Coffee.
Soda.
Maz or Hakeem?
Maz.
Keem.
Pizza or burgers?
Pizza.
Burgers.
Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Mountains.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
Steak.
What?
Steak.
Okay. Favorite NBA team?
76ers.
New York Knickerbockers.
Favorite NBA player?
Tyrese Maxey.
Jalen Brunson.
Isha Works or Duncan?
Isha.
Duncan. I got it finally.
How do we do?
You did good. I had so many repeats.
Yeah.
You did it in a minute though.
That was pretty good. How many questions were that?
A lot.
I was deciding
She
whether to
can't
pick
count
my
that
all-time
high.
favorite player or my current favorite player, and I was like, God. I'm
By
so
the way, I
sad.
lied. It's Winter. I like Winter a lot.
Dang, do the whole thing over.
Damn it! I feel bad.
I'm
for,
a liar.
I feel bad for lying. Let the record
Alright.
show.
Okay. Is there anything else?
No. Which twin do you like more, Maz or Keem?
Me or my twin?
Maz.
Okay, which brother do you like more, Yassine or I?
Ooh. Be honest.
I don't know.
No, don't worry. We won't take it personally at all. Any of us, either of us. We won't take it personally. I promise.
He'll take it personally.
Just be honest and
Just
tell
be
the
honest.
I don't know.
truth. I won't take it personally. I'll take it a little.
Sounds like he's just anticipating an answer.
Please pick me.
I can't choose.
Oh,
You have
come
to
on.
pick. You have to pick.
What?
You have to pick.
If both of us were hanging off of a cliff and,
Yeah, which one are you saving?
and one hand had your dad and Yassine and I were like, it should grab
Alright, it
her.
depends on the day. And today, you said that like I came up to you, I said buy coffee. You said okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So did I.
And then, yeah, I know. And then wait, no, it's bad for him. Okay. And then I was like, okay, we have a delivery service. Like a delivery. He's like, okay, I'll stop by the stand, I'll get it. He never came. He just left.
I was wallowing in my sadness for the loss of the day. I can't believe you let me fall.
We'll get a real answer out of this guy. Yusuf or Yassine, Farhad?
I would pick Yusuf.
Okay.
My man.
It's okay. I told you.
Oh, now you're switching.
What do you
Issa,
mean?
Issa, who's your
she
favorite
was-
brother?
Oh, she was saying me. Yeah.
Who's your
that's
favorite brother, Issa?
He's
You
a
don't
big
get
Xbox.
true. He doesn't care. He just likes the beach and playing Xbox.
Yassine. Oh.
Wow.
Issa's the only one I really like in this house, anyways.
Hey.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for
Thank you guys for coming.
course.
And,
Yeah.
You were in the. Thank you guys for outside.
Oh, you want to send us back out? Yeah.
Okay.
Every time she
You
snaps.
could snap and we could be outside again.
I'm not going back outside.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming
And-
then. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, buy coffee, chocolate, and
Why'd you look at me when you said bye?
I thought it was
Yeah,
the coffee.
Don't forget your coffee.
How many subscribers do you have
on the
It's your
on the
sports
on the
podcast.
YouTube?
which one?
On YouTube?
Sports
I know.
podcast. Sports
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah.
Let me check.
And how many do you need?
You mean need?
You were saying that there was like a number, a goal that you needed.
Oh, that's for my main channel.
Okay, and how many do you?
Main channel.
Okay, how
And
many
she's
do you?
over on 500 for that now.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I need 500.
technically,
Now I'm at
if she gets a
630.
certain number of views, I think she can start getting paid.
Yeah, I'm saying how many
Okay,
views?
on the-
Oh,
on
you
the
need views
podcast
now.
one?
So if
On
you
the
need to get to a
podcast,
certain number of
80.
yeah.
On my main channel,
Why don't you put the podcast on the main channel too?
it's 636.
She wants to keep it separate.
636.
Yeah.
Wow, you flew
Wow.
up. You were at like 480.
Four-
or
Yeah, I
something.
was at 480 and then I
On
messaged
the
you.
one where you post the film?
No,
that's
no.
not her regular
No,
stuff.
My
There's
regular,
not
this
sports
is
stuff.
completely
Yeah.
different. It's like football stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all football stuff.
Oh,
That's
I
just
might
what
not.
she
I might not be subscribed to this one.
Yeah.
I am.
Alright, we're taking the coffee away. That's even more.
She's
that's better.
throwing.
Yeah.
She's throwing me off the cliff now.
It's not even close.
Thanks. Sorry for everything.
Yeah. So I think she's over 500 now. So I think I saw a couple of her videos where like there are ads popping up now. But I don't think she gets paid until like she gets
No,
a certain
she's
number of views.
monetized.
If you got to get 3 million views.
Total?
Yeah.
The number keeps changing every time I talk to her.
We'll get it,
The
we'll
first
get it,
time
we'll
she's
get
like
it.
100,000 views. Then it's
Okay, that's
I
doable.
said I'm not even at 100,000.
I know.
We'll get there.
Then
You just need to
3 million.
hustle. Hustle
Yeah,
hard.
I keep posting the same video every single time.
No, that's not gonna work. Alright.
All right. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Thank you guys so much. All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching. Ishore, signing off.
She did the thing.
Us too.